stay. Wanna live my own life. Wanna feel passion for something or someone that makes my world turn upside down. Wanna give it up for something or someone that's better than this. So don't be too offended, I had to leave. There's nothing in for me, no, I'm not fitting in. I've packed my things to go. Am I being naive? But it's my choice to make. It's my new rebellious way. Choice to make, it's my new rebellious way.
Hello, Squatties. How are we? Happy Sunday. Gosh, it almost doesn't feel like a Sunday. I don't know why. Am I the only one that feels like it doesn't feel like a Sunday? Hope everyone is enjoying their Easter holidays or their Passover. Blessings for Ramadan, whatever it is that you are observing. And I hope everybody has enjoyed today. Lots of fantastic updates and outfits from Invictus Day 2. Lots of very sweet moments as well. So got a lot to bring you today. Thank you so much. If you're joining us, please do thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as usual. I hope you like the new intro song. Decided to go for something a little bit different, but still very much inspired by our faves. So 300 of you in the chat. Let's see who's here. Palena. Josephine, yes, thank you. Happy Easter to everyone. Cookies and cream, hello. Hi, Elaine. Susie Q. Maggie, hello. I think some of you had questions about membership and joy. Okay, so after the podcast, I'll repost all the links on the community tab, but you should actually be able to see them in the description box. And also, I always post it as the first comment and pin it. So if you'd like any different ways of supporting, there are various different ways, from memberships to you can donate directly, you can donate during live chats. If you want something for yourself, you can get merchandise, you can have a look at one of my books. So there's various ways that you can either donate or buy something for you, which also counts, technically speaking, as a donation. So I hope that helps, because I saw a couple people had questions. Hello, Valerie. Rochelle, hello. Hello, Bonnie. Caroline, hi. Fancy. Gwendolyn, hi. Hi, Cookies and Cream. Hi, Dorothy Ross. Sorry, yes, we are starting a bit later again today because I just had a few last minute things to put together. Josephine, you have so much UK crap blocked. Good for you. Keep it blocked. The front pages of the Sun and the Daily Fail today were just absolutely abysmal. I can't believe how much they are trying to turn this into a hate fest when this is about the troops, and the veterans. This is meant to be about wounded veterans. This is meant to be about inspiring people, and the Sun and the Daily Fail just decided that they were going to be trolls. Thank you so much, Maggie. I'm glad you love the new screen. Decided to get a new picture and a new sound. Oh, can everyone hear me? Something just happened. Like I was kicked out of the podcast for some reason. Can everyone just let me know you can hear me? Something weird just happened there. Okay, you can hear me. All right, thank you so much. Well, welcome everybody to the Sunday podcast and Invictus Day 2. Lot to get through. First thing, doesn't Megan just have the look of love when she looks at her husband, and her husband when he looks at her? I'm telling you, if my relationship doesn't look like this, then I don't want to have it. Like this is love, like real love, and lots of sweet moments today. Here's Megan with a guide dog and Harry. And animals really do sense goodness, don't they? They really do. She can probably also get a whiff of Guy and Pula. But I do believe that animals do have a sense for good people. So lots of lovely photos coming out today. Harry here planting a kiss on the hand of Cake Lady C. I believe that she's involved with something to do with veterans as well. So they look like they're quite familiar with each other. And Harry just being an absolute sweetheart. Megan here in between events wearing something a little bit more smart. And I think that's one of her staff members behind her. I think I recognize that lady. I believe that she's on Team Archwell. But again, just looking absolutely lovely. We also have pictures of some squaddies getting to meet Megan. And look at Harry's face in the background. Oh my God. He's just like, I see you. And guys and dolls, please do tell me, are you not getting Tig vibes from Megan's outfits? I feel like we've gone back to the good old days with a lot of her dress sense. And I really do feel like we're finally starting to see the real Megan now out in her signature style that she's always had, and none of that Mary Poppins cosplay. So well done to the very lucky squaddy who got to meet her. And just here, some more pictures of Harry and Meghan at events, chilling with the athletes. I've got Harry there with an athlete from Ukraine. and Harry and Meghan sitting courtside and enjoying. I think they saw some of the volleyball and archery today. And what else do we have? Here we have Harry asking Gabe George when the next cookout is, enjoying the archery and just looking very chill like bros. Oh, we have a new member, Nash is it Sengebe? Thank you so much for joining, darling. Much appreciated. Patricia, she's flat out gorgeous. If someone told me she was in her 20s, I would believe it. So would I. She just looks so fresh, so happy. Diane, the little kids with press passes accomplish more than the Fail and their ilk, who are all left thirsty. That's another way Harry is making the world better for Archie, Lily, and the whole world. And I really do hope that more celebrities will start to follow this trend of zero engagement. And I feel like it's really only people who don't have any talent or anything to offer that need to rely on the tabloid press now. Otherwise, I feel like the tables are kind of turning in that the press needs celebrities a lot more than celebrities need them nowadays. But on your comment about those cute little kiddies, if I can just, might as well go straight to that. Yeah, so we've got a little bit more details on what this was about. Basically, Harry actually gave an interview to these two little kids, and I do indeed have the video. So have a look at this cute video.
Well done, guys.
Okay.
Well done. Fantastic.
Absolutely lovely and so heartfelt there from Harry. And I love that, even though obviously he, as a father, wants to use his position to make the whole world a better place. I think there's something to be said about when your passion comes from a place that's very close in your heart. And I'm sure he looks at his children and says, I'm doing this for you, and that's what drives him. And that heartfelt passion now extends to all of the amazing things that him and his wife are doing, especially in regards to online harassment and bullying. So very beautiful moment there, and what a wonderful moment for those little kids. Harry and Meghan were also seen with the athletes from Team Iraq. And let's not forget that this is also about the athletes, guys and dolls, and about their strength and their perseverance and their athleticism. And also with Team GB, showing some love to one of the winners. And also with, here we've got an athlete from Italy taking part in the 200 meter heats. And I do also have a video of one of the medal ceremonies, and Meghan looking on as Harry So great to see the athletes having a great time, enjoying time with their friends and family. And other people who were having an absolute time of their lives was the Sussex squad, who were on the ground. And I think here we go. So congratulations to the Squatty who managed to get the hug of all hugs. And I feel like I believe that she did tell him that she was a Squatty, and I feel like he was just hugging the whole squad in this picture. They were talking about it in the spaces. So shout out to the Squatty who managed to get that hug. And I do have a little bit of footage of that as well. So enjoy.
Oh, hey! Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
Let's play that again.
Oh, hey! Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
I mean, would that just not be you? Like, oh my god, oh my god. Like that would literally be me. I'd be dying. Absolutely dying. Yes, Megan is back with her red lipstick. Yes, Kathy D, we need to enjoy this week because who knows when we'll see them again. I'm guessing the next time we'll see Megan like out and about, probably promoting her new podcast. But we don't even know if we're going to get visuals for that podcast or if it's just going to be just her voice. So yeah, we better enjoy it. And tomorrow is day 3, so it'll probably be the last time that we see her. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker as well, sweetheart. Thank you for membership and the super sticker. Yes, Benjamin, her spirit is back. They both look great together. The more enemies try to talk them down, the stronger their bond becomes. It really does seem that way, and I love it for them. Yes, Megan looks absolutely gorgeous. That's what love does for you. That's the number one secret to her skincare routine is kindness and happiness and joy. Yes, Deborah, I've noticed this as well. I'm noticing that people are showing a lot more restraint on Twitter and other social sites now and not taking the bait by responding to haters. And to be honest with you, there's no real reason to respond to them. That's why we have these spaces. So if there's anything that we want to talk about and spill tea about, we can spill it in our spaces and not give them any traffic. Thank you so much to Patricia C for the super sticker. Much appreciated, darling. My point of view. Food for thought. Does the British media don't understand the ill treatment of Harry and Meghan is not going to be extended to the British royal family? British media doesn't control the rest of the world. Indeed. And the rest of the world is minding their business. They don't much care about what the British tabloids have to say. It's only people here that really do care or believe that nonsense. And they're a dwindling group of people. You're on a flight back to Seattle, B10 Pal. Safe flight. You're able to listen to it in the air. Oh yeah, you can get internet. Duh. It's 2022. I'm still living in the 90s. Yes, Nash. Thank you so much. Please do hit the thumbs up button, everyone. Happy Easter to you too, Reba. Oh, Sharon, was it your birthday on the 15th? Happy birthday, hon. 64 years young. That is amazing. Wishing you all the health and goodness, and may you see another year. Rosalind, Harry is very sincere. This was not for the camera, especially Meghan's speech that made Harry so emotional. Yes, the speeches were absolutely amazing. And you can go back to podcasts if you want to watch the speeches. Oh, and also, I almost forgot. Thank you, everyone that came to the morning podcast. How could I forget that? I just decided to do an impromptu one this morning. There were a couple of updates in that one as well if you want to go back and watch. But thank you, everyone. That was a nice little chat that we had this morning. No problem, B10 Power. Try and get as much footage as I can so you can get a good 360-degree look at what's on the ground. Jean, love the way Harry didn't talk down to them but knelt so he could be on eye level with them. How thoughtful of him. Yes. And you can just feel the love, can't you? The other two could never. It's just not in their nature. Yes, Miss September, the Daily Mail has been begging people for their footage. But it's up to the squaddies if they want to give them their footage. B10 Power, thank you so much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Yeah. I mean, that goes without saying, John, doesn't it? That the Invictus games are so much more successful than the Make Colonization Great Again tour. Yeah, that would definitely be me not breathing and pulling Has in for a hug. But Has definitely went in for the hug also. Shout out to all the squaddies that did actually go. I am actually looking to go to Dusseldorf now in 2023. I was looking at flights. They're less than £100. So I mean, it's got a good amount of time, well over a year to plan it. So see no reason why we couldn't make it happen. And I'd love to see some squaddies out there. Maybe we could do a meetup or something. But I am definitely looking to go. Thank you so much, Kelly K, for the super sticker. Lily Bell, Harry's face is a picture. This is a man who is absolutely besotted and so in love with his wife. It's almost like she's damn amazing. Well, she absolutely is damn amazing. He knows he got an absolute gem. Oh yeah, I guess we could see them for Archie and Lily's birthday. I don't think have they actually ever done anything for Archie and Lily's birthday? Like anything major? Nothing that I can remember. We've done stuff for Archie and Lily's birthday. But yeah, maybe we'll get some pictures. Yes, Deborah, the UK reporters are looking incredibly erratic, and Chris Ship has absolutely no shame. No shame, this guy. Let's see, where did I put? There he is. At an event, working away. Just take the L, my sir, and admit that the people you said were irrelevant. You can't stop following them. Okay, so on to more Invicta stuff. Would somebody like to caption this? A prize for the best caption. This was somebody's son, apparently, at the Invictus Games of Harry, who is loyal to veterans Boris Johnson and Sir Brit Ratcliffe MP. An example you should note. So Harry having fun there with some of the athletes participating, and Teresa, I think Omid was the only one who got a pass. Anyone else know differently? Yeah, I believe he was the only one that got a pass, or at least the only one I saw who got a pass. And I actually think that Chris Ship is the only one who I've seen out there. I haven't seen anyone else out there. And he's there on behalf of ITV. So technically speaking, ITV was not on that list of British tabloids that are part of the Royal Road to Press that Harry and Meghan said that they were going to cut off ties with. So ITV could have well gotten a pass, and I have seen reports from ITV on mainstream TV. So maybe they didn't get like one of the more official press passes, like the one that or like the VIP ones that Omid has, but he clearly has some kind of access. It's probably not the exact access that they would have wanted. Um, oh yes, Derry Lee. I almost forgot about that. Yes, Megan read a book for Archie's birthday. Yes, it was the Duck Duck Rabbit, right? But you guys are so good, remembering all that stuff. Feels like such a long time ago. Quinty, Squatty, thank you for making the world a little better. I know you have helped me for the last 2 years working in hospital with Mr. C patients. I have PTSD now. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Quinty. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I want you to know that your service was very much appreciated. You are not paid enough for what you do, certainly not for what you have all done, the healthcare workers, the last 2 years. So thank you so much for your service. And I wish you healing. I don't think healing ever really stops, but I think it gets easier and the coping gets easier. So I do wish you healing and thank you very much for your service. Miss P talks. No, he hasn't got any. He hasn't got any shame. Making a lot of comments on Twitter. I thought he would be focused on William and Kate. Me too. I mean, not that I've been paying attention, but isn't there usually like a royal family Easter service or something? So shouldn't they have gone to church? Shouldn't he be focusing on that? Harry's saying, "What you feeding this?" I think he's feeding it coconut oil and castor oil. Yes, can you spare me some, bro? Sharon, I hope Megan's going home in the next couple of days in return for the closing ceremony. Baby Lily and Archie and Mama Doria. Yeah, well, we were told that she was only going to be here for the first couple of days, so I think tomorrow will probably be the last day. Who invited Fabio? I see you finally got your wings. Abby, ITV has 6 people, and they've been doing the rounds. Yeah, they've definitely got some staff down there. ITV, Sky News were not banned. It doesn't seem like they were. Jesslyn, the games is truly uplifting for the veterans. Sonia, I feel bad for Team England. The real man and woman in uniform being snubbed. The Royals should never wear military again. They are undeserving at best. And the perfect comment to actually segue into something else that I had. This. I mean, those medals might as well be made of chocolate. Smoked Salt saying these people will come out dressed to the nines on Remembrance Day to lay a worth, but they won't promote the games for veterans who are still with us and need our support. These veterans fought for the Queen and country. What happens to them after is unimportant. And that is so true. Nobody from the royal family, none of the senior royal family members has said anything about the Invictus Games. But they will come dressed to the nines like this on official outings. It is just truly disgraceful. At Mary, ITV tries to be slick for their Royal Rota show. They ignore major Meghan and Harry news by saying they will speak on it the next week, but don't. Okay. Teresa, the royals like cosplaying the military, but supporting them is another story, sadly. Yeah. It's jealousy, but you know, they're only making themselves look bad because the Invictus family is a global one and they're all seeing this. Okay, so there was that. What else did I have? Yes, some more behind the scenes pictures. So apparently after the Land Rover event yesterday, they had another reception. We just didn't really get a lot of videos and pictures from that, but you see Megan here in a different, slightly different jacket, I think. Well, actually, no, might be the same jacket, but this was a completely different event. But these are the only pictures that I could get from this reception. Um, also, we have here. Okay, I think that's pretty much all I had in terms of picture updates for the day. Here we have Harry clearly letting a man know that he has 2.5 seconds to hug his wife and he better loosen up afterwards. Very, very cute. Armor doesn't Maddox and Sky? Yes, he does. Yes, Dilly, how dare they wear those medals? Yeah, V-Knob, they're made of chocolate. Those medals are made of chocolate. Legs, I still think this is weird that they are wearing medals that their mum, grandma has given them participation awards all around. Yeah. I mean, most of those trinkets don't even mean anything. Yes, Mary D, they put the British athletes on a bus for a 12-hour trip. Disgraceful. Dolores, Prince Harry and Meghan being protected by Barack Obama's former bodyguard. Really? Fun fact of the day. Thanks for dropping. Did not know that. Doesn't surprise me though. Diane, I hope the On Royals keep on showing the world who they are. It hasn't worked for them so far. No, and they continue to put their foot in it. And it's starting to come back to bite them. So there was a woman who called in to LBC radio, and they were talking about Harry and Meghan upstaging the Queen's Jubilee. And I don't have the video or the audio, but basically, the woman started crying, like actually got incredibly emotional. She was absolutely devastated at the way that Harry and Meghan had been treated. She spoke about Harry's 10 years of service, and even the radio host, I think it shocked him. You could see him stuttering and not really knowing what to say. So I do believe that more and more people are starting to wake up just to the whole smear campaign and just how ridiculous it's been and the hurt and trauma that it has caused. And honestly, this whole thing about, upstaging the Jubilee, well, you can only be upstaged if people take more interest in the other person. And if people take more interest in the other person, that's not their fault. So, I mean, Harry and Meghan only have to breathe and they upstage the other members of the royal family because the other members of the royal family just aren't interesting. So I think the reason the British press keep singing the same old song is because they're trying to just annoy the small segment of very hardline royalists who literally just take offense to Harry and Meghan's existence, especially Meghan's existence. And I think a lot of them see themselves in the royals and they see a group of people that just cannot match up to Harry and Meghan. And so therefore, when they see articles like this, they take it personally, as if it's a personal attack on them. But the whole of the rest of the world is moving on, and there's just nothing that they can do about that. Yes, Josephine, the British royal family is digging a big grave for themselves. And again, this never had to be the case. Everybody in the family could be enjoying this wonderful moment, but they chose to be selfish. So what can you do? Marcy, the royal family will never live this down. Responding now to congratulate Harry won't cut it. The world is watching. Yeah, and can you imagine if the whole Invictus Games goes by and they say nothing? Imagine. Oi. Kathy G, the new narrative is can Invicta survive in the future without Harry being a working royal? Yes, that ridiculous narrative was being spun by Rob Jobson, who just needs to disappear, saying, and he touched on the future of the Invictus Games. So I'm looking at the middle part of the screen right now, and how difficult it will become to continue given his leave. Mr. Jobson was quoted telling Mail Plus, Palace Confidential, "I'm a big fan of the Invictus Games. He has done a great deal of good with it. There is a real feel-good factor with it. I personally hope he can continue." And then he then goes on to say, "But you need an awful lot of money to do it, and you need an awful lot of goodwill from government, and that's what he's got so far. Whether he can continue that without being a full member of the royal family, I don't know. It would be a shame for it to lose its momentum. It's one of his great success stories." Before concluding, he admitted, "It's just a shame. It's the one thing that I think he got absolutely right. If he'd stayed a full-time royal, it could have run on and been brilliant. And it is, I'm not sure how much longer he's got." I mean, Jobson and just the whole Royal Rota Rat set are delusional. They are absolutely delusional. Invictus is only going to get bigger and better and get more sponsors. And the partnerships with companies like Boeing and Land Rover, those are long-term partnerships. So they're going to have plenty of money. I mean, at this point, I think Harry and Meghan are in a situation where they're probably turning away 99% of the things that come to them, or the offers that come to them, and taking just the 1%. But that 1% is absolute quality. So the idea that Invictus is going to lose momentum because Harry isn't a working royal, if anything, it's going to gain momentum from him not being a working royal, because he's not going to be associated with the royals anymore. He's not going to be associated with Andrew. He's not going to be that closely associated with an institution that is backward and dying. So I believe that it's 100% to Harry and Meghan's benefit that they are no longer working royals, or too closely associated in that capacity anyway, with the other members of the royal family. And I think the further away they move from the firm and the institution, the better, especially when it comes to their partnerships. Also coming up is Edward and Ford Fiesta's time to shine in the Caribbean. And there was an article looking at how they could avoid another PR disaster. Here's an idea. How about they just don't go? How about that? Just don't go. You want to avoid a PR disaster? Don't go. They probably don't want you to show up anyway. Lily Tom, I would love to fund your trip to Invictus. Oh, don't worry about me. You make sure that you can get to Invictus, and then we can all have a good time together. Live chat is no longer loading. Should be. I don't have a problem with it on my end. Maggie, see where Meghan is talking with others about getting African nations to Invictus. That would be great if they could, because it's definitely lacking at the moment, but early days. Jennifer, the photo of the British athlete wearing the flag and enfolding them in the flag says that the royal family doesn't embrace them, but the British people do. Absolutely. And isn't that also can be said about Harry and Meghan? They're embracing the athletes are embracing them. Paulina, the radio host, was in more distrust than the caller. Yeah, because I don't think he was expecting that at all, because they often vet these callers before they get to come on, and I think that must have been a shock to him. Hello, Joyce from San Francisco. Ken Marina, the Jubilee is not even here yet, and Harry and Meghan are upstaging them. Well, if they had been more cooperative and more welcoming, you could have had a situation where they were mixing events for the Jubilee with Invictus. But we all know how short-sighted the firm is. Yes, Lily Tom, her makeup artist Daniel Martin, and I think he does her hair as well. I don't know if he does the. No, I think he just does her makeup. But yeah, whoever is just doing the whole shindig is doing a fantastic job. Um, Mac, did you see the petition for Invictus to disassociate with Harry? How can they disassociate with Harry when he started it? That doesn't make any sense. Gosh, they're just they're getting desperate now, aren't they? Yeah, Mary G. Then they realize that Boeing is a sponsor along with other unnamed companies. It's driving them crazy. And do you know what else I think that Invictus will probably do? If they're not already doing it, they will probably introduce personal patronage. So, you know, if you want VIP access to the games and to officials, pay a patron fee. And that's not unusual at all for because Invictus is still a charitable organization. Yeah, Joyce, the royal family never contributed to Invictus. Harry had to do it all by himself. Yes, Palmely, it's tragic for the royals and the UK. This could have turned out so differently, but they chose a smear campaign. Most governments want to appear to support vets, so I don't see them bailing. It wouldn't do anything for their careers. Exactly. Why would they pull out and bail? It looks good for them. It looks good for the country. Okay, so that is that. Was there anything else? Oh yes. So one last thing that I wanted to mention. Um, Ellie Hall, this troll that calls herself a journalist. Um, so she posted something. And she said so Ellie Hall. This was the BuzzFeed um writer who was conversing with Yankee Wally, and Yankee Wally went and posted a lot of their private correspondence. And she did an article in BuzzFeed talking about Samantha Markle, and she was basically just outed as a bit two-faced. Christopher Boozy was implicated as well, and she tweeted this earlier. She said, I'm just going to drop this paragraph here based on some emails I've received that fall into the category of tell me you didn't read the story without telling me you didn't read the story. And the paragraph said, in an ironic twist, it is one of the largest pro Meghan channels, the Sussex Squad podcast. So that's Tina and Michelle, which regularly posts content in a flagrant violation of YouTube's harassment policy. A number of their videos contain attacks on intrinsic attributes of members of the royal family and royal reporters. As of publication time, the Sussex Squad podcast account was still on YouTube, but the majority of their videos had been removed from the channel. A YouTube spokesperson told BuzzFeed News Friday that they had removed one video for violation of the platform's harassment policy. Now, if you go on the Sussex Squad podcast right now, you will only see 12 videos. Now, they haven't actually removed Tina and Michelle haven't actually removed all of the videos. They're just I think they've just been put into some kind of membership space. So I think you have to pay to see those videos now. But what I just find so disgusting about this is the fact that what Ellie Hall is basically trying to insinuate here is that you can compare channels that were defending Meghan against the one of the most disgusting smear campaigns ever launched against a single person via both the press in collaboration with the royal family and also being bolstered by trolls. That you can compare defending someone against that to also being a harasser. And it's so disingenuous. Here you can see some of the text messages between her and Yankee Wally, her looking into Meghan's so-called surrogacy rumors. I just can't understand like why any woman would concern herself with another woman's pregnancy like that. And it's so disgusting because I see this over and over again, particularly when it's a woman of color who was pregnant. You saw it with Beyonce. Um, this obsession um with their pregnancies and whether or not they've had surrogate. That is their business. And it's not for something for you to go poking around. And I just think it's disgraceful that she sits there and calls herself a journalist. She's a tabloid gossip writer, nothing less, nothing more. And she just needs to leave Sausage Squad podcast alone. She's already been exposed. Miss P talks. These people are so sick. It's unreal. Human beings. The Bible declare that the hearts of men are desperately wicked, and so are these people. The Invictus grains will grow bigger and better. 100%. It is an absolute success right now. Blacklight. A lot of other countries are going to want a piece of this. It's huge. It's a huge draw. Yeah, a lot of countries, a lot more sponsors, a lot more press, a lot more TV stations. H9, it doesn't take much to upstage any of them. They are also boring. Kate and William took their two oldest kids to church today and it still didn't work. Okay, so they did go to church. Sonia, this is the fifth Invictus Games and the royal family only attended one. Yes, I believe that was the opening one, and I think that was actually in the UK. I just don't think they expected it to become the success that it has, and they don't know what to do with themselves now. I think that first year, when Harry did it, they thought, "Oh, it'll just be like a one-year thing. It won't be anything, too special." And now we're where we are now. Okay, let's scroll for your comment. Reba, the unroyal family cannot take Invictus games. Harry started Invictus without any royal help. It is his period, so they can all sit down. Indeed. Yes, Rowan, Ellie is a snake. 100%. She's already been outed, so I don't even know like where she's getting the confidence to speak like this. Like she's not a troll herself, and she has absolutely no ethics. Michelle, is Ellie working for BuzzFeed? It seems like she still is. Seems like she still is. Suzuki, how does she still have a job? That's a good question. Marsha, Tina, and Michelle are steps ahead of those derangers, and they can't stand it. Ellie Hall is stepping beyond her pay grade if she thinks she can mess with the Sausage Squad podcast. Indeed, she doesn't have a leg to stand on at this point. And we all saw those text messages. If you go back a couple podcasts, I read them all in detail. I mean, Harry's success is a royal's nightmare. Well, it could have been a royal dream had they just been supportive. So other than that mess, was there anything else I wanted to No, I think that was pretty much all. I went and looked up some pictures of Dusseldorf, and it looks pretty amazing. So I think I will definitely be looking into going down there. I've been to Berlin and I've also been to Cologne. So I'd love to tick another German city off of my list and enjoy Invictus. Well, Lucy Wynn praying Harry approaches more American corporations to sponsor Invictus games. I don't think he has to approach them. I think they'll approach him. I think it's them who's going to approach him because it's a win for them. Diane, they underestimated Invictus Centre Barley. They drank their Kool-Aid and concluded he was feckless. He was as feckless as Billy, just because that's what they put into the universe. Wrong. Absolutely. And I think they also just thought that um they have this way of thinking that their presence is enough, right? I mean, don't forget what William said. If we can just, I've got the video, if we can just give you a smile here or there.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's lots more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So
Yeah, that's what they think is enough. The odd smile here or there. So they probably just looked at Harry's projects and thought, oh, what is this? This isn't going to be anything important because my presence is what's going to get the people. The fact that I walk into a room and let them breathe and share the same air as me, and I'm going to be future king. That's what they think is good enough. But Harry saw into the distance, he saw into the future, and he knew that that was not going to be enough. And he wanted to create something that could actually become a legacy. Kathy, Charles wanted Charles to wait before starting Centre Barley. Harry said no. Good for him. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Much appreciated as always. And we'll just finish up with the comments and we will call it a day. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the super stickers and also to our new members. Also, very much appreciated. And I finally managed to kick myself up the backside and actually get some fashion stuff going. So here is I will post the link. Give me one sec. If you follow this link, this is a thread that I started on Twitter, and it's basically Megan's Valentino outfits. It's a thread of like cheaper dupes. And I'm also going to be this week, I absolutely promise, I know I keep saying it, but I absolutely promise, this week I'm uploading the duchessofsuccess.com. I'm going to have all of Megan's fashions, all of the affordable dupes that you can get if you want similar looking outfits. And also, I'm basically going to start updating the duchessofsuccess.com blog from this week. So look out for that on the community tab also. No, thank you, Lucy Wynn, and everyone for always showing up. Legs, they don't learn their lesson. They try to break Harry like they did Fergie, but they didn't accept Meghan and her African American friends to have their back. Nope, they did not. Gwen, Ellie is looking for a way to become relevant. She betrayed a good person. Karma is looking for her. Yeah. I mean, I remember reading that BuzzFeed report, and I was like, hang on a minute. It's like she's riding off the back of Christopher Boozy's work without even giving him credit for it. Oh, Emerald, I've been to Berlin, Dusseldorf, here I come. Well, I'd love to actually see some of your beautiful faces there. I will show up in the brightest, pinkest outfits, so you'll know it's me, and I'll wear my crown. Jean, it's very funny that they are worried that Harry and Meghan will overshadow the Jubilee. If that happens, it's the media that will cause it, as that would be the only thing of interest. Exactly. Joan, Duchess, are all of your newspapers only writing negative reviews of our faves? I wouldn't say all of them. This morning when I went into the corner shop, it was only the Sun and the Daily Fail that had like really negative covers. The others were just more like Harry and Meghan peck on the PDA, Harry and Meghan kiss. Like it was more that. So it was only the Sun and the Daily Fail today, anyway. At Carmen, they drank the Kool-Aid without knowing the flavor. True that. H Knight, he also did the fundraiser for Invictus Games. Also, like he does for Centre Ballet with the horses and Nacho. Oh yeah, like the polo, right? Exactly. Joyce, the next game could be in sunny Southern California somewhere. There's so many places to choose from. Yeah, indeed. They've got the pick of places, don't they? All right, let's wrap this up because it is actually going past midnight. Can you believe it? Thank goodness it's a bank holiday tomorrow. Oh, is Baron on? Okay, let's wrap this up because I didn't know that Baron was on. So yes, let's us wrap this up. Oh, thank you so much, NRB. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Who's going to get the last word of the day? Oh, it's only 7 p.m. in Florida. Is it still light out now? Because it's going into the summertime, so we're getting longer days. Hello, Hawk. Good morning to you. Okay, Carol Lund, I will give you the last word of the day. Bye, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday if you are off. Yes, Diane. Happy Easter, friends. Stay safe, hydrate, and Invictus like Sussex. Amen to that. Let us dance our way out.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul.